Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the vintage paper girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm very excited you're here today for a little weekend crafting. Alrighty, that's what we're going to do, weekend crafting. Hopefully you're seeing this, maybe if I'm really lucky and things go well, it's Saturday afternoon and you can craft Saturday and Sunday with me, okay? So if not, that's okay. We'll get it up there as soon as we can. We keep having all these weird things happen, so things don't always happen when I plan. Even though sometimes on a video I'll say, oh, it's Friday, and you're seeing it on Sunday. So it means I tried to get it up for Friday, but something happened, you know. We've been having the weirdest weather, hot, hot, hot. So the air conditioners tend to knock out the power in California. We get brownouts, we get power outages because everybody's overusing the electricity, and we're not used to this heat. It was 110, then yesterday it was like 102, and then today I think we're at 97 or something. So anyway, we're going to have a fun day. We are crafting, but first, before I get going, I wanted to show you the cover. I got the cover done of the Joey mashup, Blue Moon. Do you think it came out pretty? I do. I'm in love with it. It's so pretty. And then that's the back, which I haven't done any more with, right? And I didn't do any decorating yet. I just wanted to show you. Look, I got it dimensional. I've got it on the little foam, tape. So I gave it some dimension, and then it has a little, I never can remember the name of those things, a little Velcro dot. That's it. Now we have our pockets. I forgot to say, this is a pocket here, and then, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5 pocket so far. 1, 2, 3, gotta count. 4, 5. So this is a 5 pocket little notebook. Now I'm planning to put in some papers, and it dawned on me I probably should not have put the lace on there because I want to tie it in. So I may do something different. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. We'll figure it out. I can always add another piece of lace. It's not like I can't add more lace. I mean, there's nothing wrong with more lace, right? So the next thing is to decorate this. Now I don't know. I usually say you want to decorate with me, so I may leave it for us to decorate together. It kind of depends on how my weekend goes. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the covers all done, and this is from Joey Card Maker, and it's mashup, and it's a free kit with Ko-fi. If you go to the video that was just before this video, which was released on Friday, there is a direct link to his shop so that you can go over to his shop and get this freebie. Okay, so you don't have to pay for this. You of course can give a little donation to help out Joey. That would be fabulous if you can. If you can't, don't worry, he's okay with it. So we all like to give our people a little tip or a little thank you if we can, right? So, and he's one of ours. Hi, Joey. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so I don't know that he watches my videos all the time. He will watch one if I'm doing one of his mashups. So you never know. Okay, because he's a busy man. He's been designing kit after kit after kit. I think he did that one. Did he get his Victorian kit up yet? He might have. I've got to go look. I don't know. I've lost track. But anyway, yeah, he's got a folk art one up. He had a freebie folk art. He had that freebie Ko-fi. He had a new kit that was folk art. So I don't know if he's got the Victorian one up he was going to do. He might have. If he did, I should have gone and bought it already. I don't know what I was thinking. I have to go look. I know he's getting it up. It's a Christmas one, but it's very, he told me it was very Victorian, so, which I would love. All right, so today, this is just a fun little craft session. You've seen me make these before, but I need to get them made, so I thought, well, let's do it on video for those of you who are new. I just took some lovely polka dot bags that we sell in our shop. I don't see these really anywhere. They're hard to find, and you usually have to buy hundreds. So this is what they look like unfolded, right? So that's what they look like. And that's what I'm making it out of. Now you can make these for your friends and family, but I'm going to be filling mine up with handmade ephemera and other little bits and pieces for you guys for Christmas. So I thought, well, I've been making these since last year. Made them last year at this time, and so I've just made them throughout the year in, you know, different points, and filling them up and then putting them in my shop so you guys can have handmade ephemera by me. Yeah. And some supplies. So there you go. So I was nice. I didn't put you through watching me choose papers and spend 2 hours cutting them out and all that fun stuff. I did go ahead and try to prep a little bit. And so I think we'll start maybe with this bag. I love this paper. I believe this is my porch prints from last year. Now, I feel like this would be cool with red ink. So, bear with me 2 seconds. I did put an order in. I have regular good old-fashioned ink from Colorbox and other companies, but I didn't, and even from, what's that one that we all like so much? Oh, what's it called? Versaclair. Oh yeah, I did get a red. I couldn't remember. Yes, I have a tulip red. But I didn't want it for this particular, excuse me, I'm putting that away. I didn't want it for this particular project. So I wanted to use distress inks for this. So I ordered some and they came, and I ordered a ink refill because I figured, you know, it's Christmas. I'm probably going to go through the ink. I like to have the refill ink because you can do all kinds of fun things with it too, right? So I'll tell you the colors I got. Just a minute. I got lumberjack plaid. Oh, I got it in the ink and the oxide. Okay, so I got 2 reds because Tim Holtz has a ton of reds to choose from. I want to tell you. So I don't think I want to use the oxide right now, but I think I'd like to try. I know I've never used this before, so let's see. I will need an inker. Let's see what's on this one. Looks like kind of a pink. I don't know what color that is. Maybe lipstick or something. But I think, should I get a new? I probably should get a new one. I know better. I get upset when I see people use the same one for everything. Uh-oh. I see a little bit of wood here that, see, this has come off. Let me glue it back on. This should work on glue. Of course, it's cold and hard. Hold on a minute. Get in there. I mean it now. Let's not fuss with me. Okay, let's let that sit for a minute. Good thing I'm going to turn this upside down, so we're going to be gluing like crazy, and we're probably going to use some, let's get out a few different glues. Let's get rocking and rolling. This was about as much as I had time to prep for. I did prep. I prepped for several days, but with the power out and the heat, puppy, and other issues going on in our family, lost my brother-in-law, it's been kind of hard to really do any kind of video. So I finally am back over here. Okay, so we got a fresh, if it doesn't work on this, I still have more of these elsewhere. I can put a top on it. So I don't know if that'll work. I have other glue. I mean, I have the 3M, or no, what's it called? I have Gorilla Glue and 600. No, excuse me, hiccups. Oh, hold on. Lunch and I are having a little disagreement. Okay. Now, let's see what we got. I'm going to put this on here, but you know, I'm just automatically going to do this. I always automatically, I think I'll leave that flat but rounded at the top. I will do the same here. Oh, let's glue that one onto that first. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. Now, I had already printed all the papers, and I did so much printing that I didn't want to do any more printing. So, I'll show you. I'm going to do something interesting to make my pockets, okay? Yeah, let's see what we get. I want to see what color this is. Oh, that's a beautiful red. Look at that, guys. It's not like, oh, that's a perfect Christmas red. It's not orangey. It's not burgundy. It's kind of just yummy, perfect red. Okay. Yes, I think that will look lovely on these papers. All right. I'm excited. I'll have to tag this with a, I like to put a little tab on there so I know what ink it is when it's in my little line of inks, and so I can find it easily. Now this one, this is going to be in the middle. Now, some people put, I think others will put like cardstock piece here, then, you know, build it up from there. But I do it differently. I use the bottom of the envelope. Then I add usually a cardstock piece, but I didn't have any cardstock that I liked. So I'm going to put this back card on it to make it stiffer. I'm going to make a pocket, and then we're going to have, that's going to be at the top, right? So it's going to look like that. Does that make sense? Oh, good. I hope so. So, like you guys really answered me, right? Well, I'm sure you did. Just, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. All right. Glue mat up. Yeah, see, I use this for something else. You can tell, right? So, it's junk. This junk card. I printed something in this part of it. This is the 44-pound cardstock, so I'm not going to throw this away. No way. It's great for backing cards and things. So let's get this on here. So I'm showing you how you can thicken up your papers if they're too thin and they're not going to work for your project. You just put something behind it. Let's see, I don't want that to be sticky. I'm going to move that off to the side. I guess it really doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does. That's going to be the top, so I want that to fit the best. I don't know why. Let's try it this way. Stop it. Oh, I hate glue stick. I'm not a glue stick girl. I need it. I use it. I like this particular glue stick. That isn't it. I just don't like glue sticks. They're too, I find them difficult to work with. Messy. Okay. I'm going to have to trim that up because I did a terrible job putting that on and I don't want to fight with it today. So I'm not in the mood to fight with my paper. All right, let's go like this. Let's just clean this up since I don't like what just happened there. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's put your lid on. I made a terrible mess out of you. All right, so let's clean up this side since I didn't. Oh, yeah, that has to be a certain length. That might not work for me now. I can't cut that off. I need the whole length. Yeah, I do. I need the whole length. Okay, so guess what? I have to take it off. Oh, it already started dry. Can you believe it? Ugh. I'm growling. Did you hear me growl? Spending too much time with the puppy because if I cut that off, it's going to be too short for a pocket. Well, even that's a little short. It would be okay. I'm going to try it. I'm not going to fuss over it. It's not worth it. We'll just do it. Okay. Now let's cut this. It doesn't matter about up here. I left it long anyway. All right. Fixed. See, you can fix anything. No matter what, you can fix it. The only thing is where I lifted it up, now I need to re-glue it. I haven't opened this today, so we'll see. I doubt the glue will come out because it never does. So we'll just go ahead and open it up. Oh yeah, it was a little crunchy in there. Probably didn't clean it off as good as I should have before I... All right. Let's make sure everybody's glued on appropriately because this is a pocket. That part doesn't matter down there. All right. And we're going to round this corner. All right, so round all your corners. Round your corners, round we go. Where we'll stop, nobody knows. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on the floor for a minute. I'm going to ink our edges a little bit. See how we like the red on here? Oh, I like it. I do like it. I just saw something I don't like though. Apparently I did not do a good job getting to the edges with the glue stick. I never do. If I did, something would be wrong. I have to take my temperature. All right, let's go ahead and we will go ahead and ink this. I just want to kind of get the bare edges. I don't really want to heavy ink it. I just want a little red. I don't want to see the white. Okay, so we got that. Let's do this one. I like in the new red. I also have green. So, I mean, I'm good for my red and my green now. I'm good to go. All right, let me move that off to the side. And let's start with this one on the bottom. I kind of like that the little polka dots show a little bit, so that's all right with me. And this time, instead of the glue sticks, since I am fussing with glue sticks today, they're also kind of mushy from the heat in the house. And now it's cold, so there's a weird consistency to my glue. Temperature really affects your glues. So don't be a fuss if you're having issues. It's definitely weather. When it gets cold, they get thick. When it's hot, they get thin. If they get hot and cold, they get goopy. So there, I just gave you the anatomy of glue. Okay, I'm gonna put that on like that. I like that. And then if I don't get the corners, I can either use this glue or I can use art glitter glue. This is just to decorate. Now I could cut this pocket open to give us an additional pocket, but I honestly don't think I will. Unless I find out when I'm working with it, I can still open it, I think, once I'm working with it even, that I need more space for the stuff I make. If I overmake stuff, you know, I might want to do that. So I'm thinking before I glue down, or think about it, I am going to round these corners. You know me, always got to do it. And if you don't know me, you do now, or you will. Now I also want to ink this up just a bit. Not a ton. So we still have our puppy. And guess what? Guess what? You're never going to believe it. I don't think I told you. I don't remember if I told you in my last video. But when the groomer came in, she said, oh, you're now the proud parents of a baby girl puppy. It's a girl. It's not a boy. She says, this is not a boy. Apparently what we thought were boy parts were tufts of hair that needed to be removed because she was so matted that she looked like a boy. She was not a boy. She is a girl. So it's a little girl puppy. She's about 5 pounds. She's all shaved, not shaved, but cut. Close cut. We didn't shave her. We did not have her shaved because we're coming on winter. She had so many mats that all she could kind of do, she's a little choppy, but that's all she could do. She just cut the hair as short as she could without shaving her. I guess that's what I should say. So she's adorable, but she's teeny tiny. She fits under my arm like a little football. I can carry her in one hand and pick her up with one hand. No, we are not keeping her. We are attached to her, but my hubby does not want to take on caring for, he cares for 2 cats. He takes care of me, our home, groceries, bills, errands, my daughter and her girls. He is at his max. He does not want to take on a puppy, and rightfully so, and I'm not going to ask him to do that. No matter how attached I get to her, we need to find her a home, you know, a good home. So she's a sweetie, she's cute, she's smart, but she is a puppy. She's got puppy energy. She needs a good home where she can have all that energy. Now, what I like to do on these is just glue the sides so that you can take a tall piece. Do I have something tall? Okay. If we close this up, go across here, you can only put in something that deep, right? But if we just glue here and here, then you have the pocket space all the way down to the bottom of the pocket. So you can put tall things in the back, which is what I want to do. So at this point, I'm going to figure out where I want this. I think right below those candy canes would be great. And glue them on and glue the sides down, right? So we're going to have this pocket, and the big one in the back. If we wanted more pockets, we could cut this open right here and we would have, because that's the bottom of the bag, so it makes a pocket. And we could do that, right? So now I'm going to use the art glitter glue because it has a little more, well, I think it has a little more oomph in its staying power. Once it stays, it stays. So you're never going to see this back side. It's a horrible mess, but that's okay. I am purposely kind of giving this a little bit wider glue so it'll stay on better than giving it a little tiny, skinny line where then it will come off. So you notice I didn't glue that down yet. I always wait till I'm done. And I'm going to go right below these candy canes. Try to be as straight as I can. Yes? Does that look right? I haven't pushed it down yet. Maybe I could do I don't like to do the measuring thing. Okay, it's just a little bit higher on that side. There we go. Now we use our bone folder to adhere the glue into the fibers of the paper. So we get it to stick to both fibers. And we go over everything, making sure it's all down. Oh, cute, right? Now I'm going to decorate. But normally I'll decorate, then I'll do that. But I don't want to decorate inside there. I want it to be where you could see the decorations up here. Now, this is a heavily decorated paper, like down here. So do I need anything? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'd love to have like a little girl or something cute down there. I wonder if I have Christmas girls. I mean, I do know I bought some last year, but I'm not sure where they are, where my little Christmas ladies are. I'm going to have to go looking for them, I think. As I'm doing projects, I'm finding out I don't have enough stuff out. I've been pulling stuff out and pulling stuff out. Pretty soon I'm going to have to move out. Yikes. Okay, so now we're going to glue that. And probably what I will do is I will take these and I will put these down to make sure this is very well glued down. And it will stick. I don't want it coming unglued. It's kind of cold in here, so sometimes the glue takes a little longer to grab. Although this art glitter goo is pretty quick to adhere. But with the coldness, I don't know. And then we'll let this set while we're working on the other bag. There we are. And we've got this one. Isn't this a cutie? This one's got some cute, look at this cute little mice. And we got bells. Now this kit is somebody new that I found. And let me see if I can find her kit so I can tell you what it's called. This is Once Upon a Paper Rose. Once Upon a Paper Rose. She's on Etsy. And this is where I got this adorable kit from that I have here. So I definitely am going to want to, hello, what am I after? You know, I know. Oh, well, you know what? Let me see before I go cutting this any. Let me add some red ink, of course, because I got a little tiny bit of white when I cut it. I missed a spot. Okay, that works. It worked. Okay, so I won't do any more inking yet until I cut the corners. Oh, someone asked me. Okay, everybody sees me do this, right? You see me. This is habit, like breathing. I put it back on. I flip it over. Excuse me. Still hiccups. And I lay my dauber there. Now, you can use that dauber. You can use the daubers from Tim Holtz. Both work. So what it is somebody asked me, why do you flip it over? Well, I was told long ago, many, many years ago, that to keep your ink pad from cracking and drying out, you should put it on its face. It will keep the ink to the top of the pad because when you use it, it flows back down, goes to the top, back down, keeps it moist and evenly moist, not just like in one spot. Like I had ink pads that were like dry on corners, right? So I was told long ago by actually a printer who sold ink how to do this. And then I went to a Stampin' Up! Party and they said the same thing. Now, if a company says, oh, you don't need to do that, it's because they want to sell more ink. You run out of ink faster, you use up your pads faster, they get cracked, they get dried out. Now, because Distress ink is water soluble and water activated, if your pad gets a little bit dry, you can spritz it with some water, let it set in, flip it over, and it will re-moisturize your pad. The more water you put on it, though, and you can do that multiple times, but at some point you're just going to water it down to the point the ink has no color. But it is a good way to extend your ink pad. So hopefully I've given you a nice little, class on that, and that's helpful for you. I had an ink pad. I had bought at Tim Holtz many, well, I don't even know how many years ago. Maybe 10, 15 years ago. It was a Distress ink photo, vintage photo, and I had kept it on turned over for over 10 to 15 years. Decided to use it when I started doing junk journals. Thought, well, it'll be all dried out. It was not. It was moist, it was juicy, and it worked very well. And it was open. It wasn't even sealed. I had opened it to do a project, but then really put it away and never used it. So when I started using them on a regular basis, I went looking for it, and that ink pad was in perfect condition. I was thrilled because I thought, oh, I'm going to have to go buy a new one. That was before I even knew you could wet it down. And so eventually I bought a re-inker, and I used it for about 3 years. But at some point, I kind of felt like, you know, this poor thing's probably getting on 20 years old. I'm going to go ahead and get another new one. I have to say, the new ones do not last as well as that original ink pad. I still have it. I bet you I could still use it today. Haven't used it for a couple years. So, anyway, always see me do that. It's a habit. I just do it automatically, right? So, now this is going to be the middle one. I forgot to glue that on first. Let me do that. I have to go back and glue it on. Then I go back and trim it to match. It's fine. Oh, I did make the cards a little longer. Okay, that's why it still fit. I forgot. I was thinking about how close do I want to get it. So this time, I think I will use the... Let's use Fabri-Tac this time. I love using Fabri-Tac. It's like I never used to use this. I used to hate this glue because it gave me a headache, but I actually use Fabri-Fix because the Fabri-Tac gives me a headache, but the Fabri-Fix does not. I don't know why. Different. 3-in-1, just like it. I own all three kinds. I do. So I just use whatever, but I've got a little bit longer with this particular glue, so I like that. I can lift it up too a couple times. Smooth it out. And it will last forever. It should. I hope so, because boy, do I use it a lot. Oop, oop, I've got stuff everywhere. Hold on. Grab one thing, you got it all. All right. So how are you guys? Are you all well? Are you safe? I'm so happy to see little by little some of the gals I watched that are in the Florida, North, South Carolina area that got hit with the hurricane are starting to come back online. Several have said they were in the South Carolina, North Carolina area. They had no power, so they couldn't make a video or even text out or anything. I was just watching one of the gals, Pink Strawberries, and she was saying that, yeah, she's still feeling traumatized from the storm because it was pretty traumatic, especially to what happened to everybody. You know, not having food and water and power, and how are they all going to do things, and where are they going to get their gas? So she said she and her neighbors all banded together and managed to get what everybody needed and helped everybody. She said their home was safe and they were safe, but they did not have electricity and other things. You know, there's messes everywhere, broken tree limbs and things like that. But I have a lot of personal friends as well as my Facebook friends in that area, back east, just literally south, all those areas. So it was traumatic for them. And, you know, there's a certain amount of PTSD when there's a storm. I was in the earthquake in 1987. Was it 87? Here when it was 7.2 earthquake, and our town was all but destroyed. Fires and buildings down, and a lot of things in my home were broken and damaged, and it was a horrific earthquake. I was on the freeway coming home from work from the big city, and my husband was coming from the same area as well, but our kids were here in town in daycare because they got picked up from school and then taken to daycare. And so by the daycare provider, and all the kids were at daycare when it hit. They were not with us, so we were freaked out. We were trying to get to them, and half the town was down. All the roads were blocked. Luckily, I'd lived here, a couple of years and had figured out where things were. And so I knew the back roads, so I took the ones I knew, and of course, most of them were blocked, and little by little, I got there. Oh my God, I cried all the way home because I was like, please let them be safe. I didn't know how they were. I had a cell phone, but it was one of those really big, flip cell phones. And I was trying to call, and the lines were down, and I was flipping out because I did not know if my children were injured because I saw so many buildings down and fires and things that our town was hit really hard. And there were houses that were knocked off its foundation. And so they called it the Loma Prieta earthquake, but the thing is, it originated in our town. We got the worst of all of it. But for some reason, they just kept calling it, it was like a Santa Cruz earthquake. It wasn't. They had stuff down. Yeah, they did. But I don't know. They kept calling it something else. That's when San Francisco lost. People were trapped under the rubble on the freeways. And it was a horrific earthquake for California. But I was driving home, and all of a sudden I was in one lane, and then all of a sudden I was in another lane, and I did not change lanes. The freeway was moving so much and buckling and rolling. and I had the radio on, and suddenly the radio went dead, and I knew something was wrong. And then it was, first I pulled over to make sure, because everybody's pulling over. So I thought, well, what did we all hit something in the road? And I realized, no, that's not what happened. It dawned on me what it was. Man, I got in that car, and it was pedal to the metal all the way home as fast as I could go. I was trying to call my husband. I did get through to him on my cell phone, but I couldn't get through the daycare. And so he and we both had cell phones at the time for our work. I was a sales rep. And up in San Jose. I think I was working for Better Business Bureau, but I'm not sure who I was working for at the time. I think it was. So we were rocking and rolling home as fast as we could go. And we both hit the daycare about the same time. I think I might have got it there 5 minutes before him, but we were flipped out. Apparently our daycare provider flipped out and scared all the kids to death. She was screaming at the top of her lungs and left some of the kids outside. And she just... we darn near fired her, but she was a really good friend. My son said, Mom, she did not know what to do. And so after that, of course, the state required them all to have drills because, you know, a lot of people didn't know what to do. So I didn't know what to do if you're on the freeway. I knew what to do if you were in the house or outside, but shoot, my daughter was outside. My son was in the house. So the daycare person finally yanked him under the table as things are falling down, and my daughter just stayed in the court and watched everything move around. She's dead center in the court, but gosh, I don't know if there were any street lights that could have hit her. I don't know, but so I understand all of that to say I understand what it is to you get a form of PTSD after a bad storm or a bad earthquake or a bad tornado. Even if it doesn't destroy everything you have, everyone around you is affected, and you walk around like a zombie for days, shaking. You jump at every little sound. You're just a mess. Of course, we had tons and tons and tons of aftershocks. They were huge. They were almost as big as the earthquake. So it was scary. We went through, for 6 months, literally, we all went through hell. Every time my house even creaked, I was like, duck. And we did have big ones after that. So I understand how these people are feeling after they've had the people who lost their homes, though, I can't claim to know how they feel, but I know what it's like to go through in a catastrophic event and come out on the other side. So it's a little tough. I imagine many of them who saw the worst of it are just walking around going, what the heck happened here? It's not supposed to happen here. I mean, North Carolina, that's way in. That's not... You always think you're safe, you're inland, and apparently that's not true. Now everybody knows it, so next time they hear the word hurricane, they'll be preparing no matter how far inland you are, because the winds and the rain don't stop at the coast. Okay, now well, that was a morbid conversation. Sorry about that. I'm just saying I understand. They have all my prayers and my thoughts and healing and whatever they need, it's a horrible thing. I'm going to run out of clips. I'm going to have to pull some from that other bag. I'm pretty sure the other one's dry. I keep filling this little clip jar up and my clips keep disappearing. I don't know where I'm putting them. I guess I'm leaving them on projects maybe. I bought these by the hundreds because I use them so much, so. And they disappear off my desk. I don't know. Also, I give them away too. I put them on, owie. I put them on things that don't pinch your hand with them. These have a good little pinch, by the way. They're very, very strong. These are not the Tim Holtz ones. We sell these in our shop. These are awesome. They're really good. We sell for a little bit less than Tim Holtz. So, sorry, Tim. We're undercutting you just a bit. Okay. So, this one's done. What do we want to do with this? I honestly don't know what I want to do with that. This is the kit. It's called Candy Cane Prints by My Porch Prints. This one did not have this kit did not have ephemera with it. You could buy it separate, but it didn't have any. So I don't really have anything to put on that other than my normal ephemera, which I'll pull out here in just a minute. This one is Once Upon a Paper Rose, and does this one have ephemera? Hold on. And if it does, where's my ephemera kits? I swear I cut out a bunch of pieces the other day. Oh, here it is. I have 2 packages for Once Upon a Rose because I bought all 4 of her kits. I bought the journal pages, the background, light and dark, and then I bought the fussy cuts. So we have things to decorate with. I cut some circles out in advance that I thought maybe something over here would work. Oh, look at that little mousey. That's cute. Ooh, that's cute. That kind of goes with that. I have to recut it. Couldn't find the right size circle cutter. I really struggle with trying to find one that would look good. Mouse or candy canes? I think I should stick with the candy theme there. I don't think any of those would. I mean, look at you have tons of pretty things. Ooh, boy, do we. I might want something else on there. I've talked with this gal quite a bit. We were chatting quite a bit. And so I've talked with her. She's very nice. Her name is Rosemary. I just want to see what I have to choose from. I have a lot of pretty things here, you guys, so not a problem. Some of which may ultimately end up in the kit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut around this a bit. Scissors. Yeah, it seemed like 2 1/4 was too small and 2 1/2 was too big. So I couldn't find, and I didn't have anything like 2 3/4. So I really couldn't get it cut correct. So I just figured, well, get them cut out and then you could do what I just did. Go around the edges, put a little ink on it. It'll be fine. Ooh, do I have red ribbon? Yes, yes. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff down. You guys will be proud of me. You will be proud of me. I got down all my stuff. Well, not all of it, but a good amount. And I thought I bought red and white ribbon. Where's my little, I thought I bought a small little red and white ribbon, but I don't see it. I'll have to look for it. I don't know where else it would be. I think that's the only places. All right, so we got stuff. I'm thinking I like this. Ooh. Whoa, wait, hold on. I see a scrap. It's bright, but it's okay. I don't mind bright ribbon on here. It's kind of wide though. I think it's too wide. Yeah, it's too wide. If that was half the width, it'd be perfect, but it's not. Okay, we'll save that for a different project. Or to tie or make a big bow, like a really big bow. I swear I bought a little tiny thin red and white polka dot or stripe or plaid ribbon. I thought it was in this bag, but it's not. Okay, let's try this ribbon. Let's see what this one looks like. This ribbon's vintage, by the way. Most of what's in here is vintage ribbon. Not all of it, but some of it. A lot of it's from my mom's stash, so. I want to make like a little thingy. Medallion kind of thing. That's really big, but I don't think, do you think it's too big? Let's give it a shot. I wish I've had that off-ray ribbon forever. Swinny Puppy's all cleaned up. We just need a home for her. Oh, look at, I have velvet. Do I want a velvet ribbon instead? Oh, I didn't see this or I would have started with this. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be indecisive. I just have too many choices. It's so exciting. You have a lot of choices. Velvet. Oh, wouldn't that be pretty on there? Yes, please. Oh, yes, please. Let me get a better. Try not to cut my hand doing that. Oh, I love this. Where did I get this? Oh, this was expensive too. Sugar paper. This was probably a Target ribbon for Christmas, but who would wrap expensive velvet around a present that people throw away and they throw the ribbon away into the garbage? Oh, Not me. No, no. I see this stuff out at Christmas. I go through Target and I grab anything that I think I can use in my studio. So, yeah, I'm one of those. They're like, oh, you must do a lot of wrapping. Uh-huh. And I get out of there as fast as I can. It's like, yeah, I wrap a lot of presents. No, I don't. I use them in my journals. Hello. Let me find some place to put this. I need to get my tray set up next to me. But unfortunately, I have that Ladies of Autumn in there. Oh, Ladies of Autumn Rose. I just don't seem to be able to get back to it. That thing is never going to get made. I swear. Never, ever, ever. I might have to put a staple in this. I'm wondering. And then what I want to do is just put it on the bag, and I want it to kind of hang off. I love that. Do you think that's too big? I'm wondering. I could cut that a little bit shorter. Yeah, I know. I hate to do it. But I feel like it's too long. Yeah, I might have cut that too short. Oh, well. That's always my case. I can never figure it out. Never. I should have my glue gun out. This would be so much better with my glue gun. It'd be quicker. Yeah, I made it too short. You guys, I should have left it alone. Why didn't I just leave it alone? Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it, and I'm going to make another one just for this. And I'm going to do this because I think it's going to be easier to keep it together. You won't see it. There's always going to be something over it. So I'll do that. I'll put it aside. I will use it on something else. Let me find, where did I just put that ribbon? Oh, hold on. It's been sitting here doing nothing, so let's use it up, right? Let's use it up. It's okay. I don't mind. All right, so let's make it a little longer. Put it on there and then wait to trim it. I'm trying to figure out how big to make it. All right. First of all, I'm going to fix that before I do it. There we are. I don't know. Did that end up being longer? Yes, a little bit. That's what I need, hopefully. Let's pray. Okay, so I'll take care of that in a minute. We're not going to fuss around. Okay, let's get this on here with the stapler because that'll keep it from moving around on me. Hey, some people just whip these together. I'm not one of them. I don't know why I can't do that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Now, there's my circle. What I think is bothering me is this circle is flimsy. It has no body. So let me see. I had a piece of that card left over when I cut it earlier. Where's my card? I had a little bit of that left over. Where did I put it? Yeah, there it is. Hold on a minute. There we go. Let me see what time it is. Oh gosh, we only have 15 minutes. Well, you've seen these covered, so you know now it's just a matter of decorating the bags. And you guys really don't need to see that all that much because you've seen me do it before. You've seen me decorate full bags. And I want it to be a surprise. I will show you when they're completely done and filled. That's the next time you'll see these, is when these are all filled up. But we've got good deep pockets to put lots of goodies in. And one of the goodies is those pages I just showed you in my last video. I made those for these pockets. I'm going to make all the goodies that go in here. So you're going to get new made pieces for this. So what you'll see is like that will go in there. I did make 2 for this bag and 2 for this bag. So 2 of each one will go in there and they're going to be filled with these. So I'm super excited about that. And any other Christmas, our Merry Monday projects, are going to go in these bags. So everything you see me making from here on out for a while until I fill it up is going to go in here. So are you excited? I'm excited to fill these. Hold on. Sorry, I got too excited. Because I am excited about this. I think this is a fun thing. Yeah, I feel like this just needed some body. Oh my gosh. Could I have more on my desk? Yes, I'm sure I could. More ribbon, more everything. I think I'll just make a couple of those red ribbons. They, you know, I know there's a name for these victory ribbons or something like that. I think that's what they call them. Like I'll make one out of this, and then I can just fill them when I want. I can add wax seals or whatever I want to them. Since I don't have my glue gun out, I'm just going to use my tiny attacher. That works really well. So now I've got 2 ready for Christmas, ready to go. Oops, where's the one I'm going to use? Is that the one? Where's another one? Oh, I put it over in the box over there. All right. Okay, that gave that a minute to dry. Let me get this out and fussy cut it real quick. We'll put it on there and we'll attach it so you can see it. And then I will continue to work on it. I'm going to add lace to the edges, probably some red or green lace, some rickrack. And we'll see what else. I'm not going to over decorate the bag, but I am going to decorate it. I just feel like, you know, you're going to purchase it with everything else, and you might want to use the bag as a gift for someone else when you buy the ephemera for yourself, right? Or you buy it for a journal you're making and you give it with this. Maybe you put the journal in the back of the bag. The back of the bag is plenty big. I mean, the width of this bag is, I want to say 8 or 9. What is it? Yeah, 8.5 by 8. So I've got a pretty, hello, where'd those go? Uh-oh, I'll find them. You got an 8.5. So that's a pretty good width, and you could put a journal in there. You absolutely can. You can stand it up, or you could lay it down. Oh, yes. I like that, because I didn't want to cover up maybe just one of the candies. And then, you know, you're putting another candy cane on there so that you're not losing it. I wish I had my glue gun out. I'm going to heat it up so that I can work on the rest of this. I don't use my glue gun a ton, but when I'm crafting, and to me, this is kind of more crafty with some of the decorations I want to use on here, because, oh, I have some really cool other, this isn't going to stay. I know I'm probably going to have to glue gun it. But I have dimensional stickers that I want to use on this. Let's see, do we have time? Do I have time? Do I? To show you some stuff? Yeah, I got 10 minutes. Oh, I don't know. I read that wrong. I thought I was done. Don't have to go an hour, but I want to. So I pulled out more of my goodies here. Brought out more Christmas boxes. Okay, but I got to tell you, I inherited all my mom's ephemera, ribbon, fabric, myself and my sisters, but she had tons of it. Plus, I inherited some things from my mother-in-law, plus my own stash. So, and I've been crafting since I was 4. So I have a lot because I do this for a living. I've always done it for a living. I used to do great big trade shows. So before you judge me on the amount of supplies I have, remember, I did this as a professional. I did it as wholesale. I did craft shows all over the country, the big giant shows like San Francisco, Dallas, Washington, Boston, Georgia. I went to all the big shows, and when I didn't go, I sent a rep. So I have a lot for a reason. So I have all these lovely things that I would buy on clearance. So I figure I can use some of these. I might use, ooh, I only have one left though. Do I have any other peppermints? No, I don't. Darn. I was thinking about sticking a little peppermint there, but I've only got the one. Do I want to use it on this? I use these on a peppermint patty doll that I made. Beautiful dolly with candy canes and things. I was thinking about like right there to give it dimension. Ooh, what do you think of that? I think that's cool. Or, don't stick. Or I have these I could put in the middle. I could kind of put those over that. No, that's probably not a good idea. Like that? Oh, I kind of like that. And And I have trees. I don't want to put a tree on there. I got holly. That might be good for that other one. I have a wreath. That might be good on the other one. Oh, I have these. This one's more flat. I have a couple bags of these. No. I like the sparkly ones. I like the sparkly ones. I think it's the peppermint patty. I'm going to put it right there in the middle of that bow. It may not stick. I'll work on that. So, anyway. Super excited. I've been finding stuff little by little all over my studios between the two, because some are with my sewing things from my doll making days. I used to use these bits with the dolls. And, you know, for their little bits and pieces they wore. So I have those. I have stickers. I have lace. I've got ribbons that go clear back to the 70s. So that's kind of, and then I want to do lace probably here and here, I'm thinking, and maybe up here. And I think that's going to be really pretty. Gosh. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, see, I've got green and I have red lace. This lace is old. I used to put these on my daughter's dresses. I think it would be cool on there. Maybe up at the top or something. I can cut it off the band, make it flat, which I might. It's a little ruffly. Let's see what it looks like if we cut it off the band before I go cutting any more of that, right? But I like to get a lot of this at clearance time, or 2-for-1 sales, or 50% off. I used some of this, believe it or not, these stickers in my happy planners for a while. I had a very fat happy planner always, because I always had it every page decorated to the max. I was decorating them so much, and then when I found journals, I thought, this is better than me trying to decorate my happy planner and having to wear it right. Ooh, now this will make an awesome tie on a card, so I will keep that. Maybe on there, huh? Because see there, if I do it up there, I'm going to lose the candy canes. It's a different red, though. That is my only caveat there. I've got other reds. I'm going to see if I have a red that's more like that red. But it will get used. No worries. Oh, I know what else I have. Ooh. This is vintage. We used to sell this in our shop, but we sold it all. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, oh, yes. I love that. So maybe across the bottom here. Yep. Right there. That's going to go there. And then I will do something up there. So let's go see if we can get this cut. Yeah, I bought this specifically for me, and then did put some in the shop for a while during July when we had our Christmas in July. I think we sold out then. I don't believe there's any more left. You could always go look, but I'm not sure. If you're not familiar with our shop, for those of you who are brand new. There we go. Okay, that's where you can find lots of Christmas supplies, lots of Christmas things. Pretty glamorous, gorgeous things. So for Christmas, lots of charms, ribbon, lace, trims, snow mesh, glitter mesh, pretty much everything you could possibly want to use on your journals. And they're all things that I use on mine, which is why we sell them. I generally don't sell too much of anything I don't use. Occasionally Jolene will buy something really super cute that she wants to put in the shop, but generally it's because I'm using it and you guys are asking for it. So you're saying, oh gee, you know, I don't know how many times I heard before we opened the shop, we wish we could get the stuff that you use. Where do you get it? So that kind of made us open a shop, was for you guys. We specifically opened this shop for you guys. So, because Jolene already had a digital shop, a Jewel Design, and we were selling through that, but we decided that if we were going to go with supplies for you guys, that we would get a different, you know, genre. Oh, you know, I could use this green on there, on that middle one, maybe, huh? What do we think? I don't know that I have any other, do I have other green? I'm talking to myself, don't mind me. I have a lot of stuff I got from Magical Mixery. That's Christmassy. I have my head down. I'm right next to you. I didn't leave you. I can't put everything on my desk. Oh, I wish I could. Ooh. Oh, there's, oh, I got trees. Those are cool. I might have to use those. Oh, that's pretty. I think I've got some stuff, guys. I didn't think I had that much, but I've been buying it for a couple years because for a while there I didn't have anything. I mean, I did, but not specific to journals. Oh, I don't want to keep dragging it out. There's going to be too much on my desk if I pull any more out. That's a bright red. That's a little darker. Kind of like those little trees, but I don't know that trees go with candy canes. That's burgundy. I don't want any of those. I don't know. I kind of like those trees. We'll see. I actually, rickrack. Yes, I have rickrack. Lots of it. I just don't know where it all went. Oh, I see it. I see a whole box of stuff. Okay. It's up above me. I think I'm going to wait because I don't want to open a new pack of rickrack. I mean, I got new vintage rickrack. Look at this one, 25 cents. Can you believe it? $3.99 for like half the amount. So anyway, well, I think what I might do is stop here because I want to get some rickrack and some more ribbon. And I want to see what else I have to put on there. I've got more boxes of stuff everywhere, you know. But like I said, don't judge me on my supplies because I've done this for a living my whole life. This is not a hobby for me. This is not a hobby craft, guys, for me. For many people it is, and that is just wonderful. But I have always sold my work. I've always been a professional crafter. Even when I had full-time jobs, I would do fairs on the weekends and in the summertime when I wasn't working, if I had a job where I had the summer off. So no matter what I was doing, my whole life I've done craft shows. I did them with my mom. I did them for myself. I used to have a craft booth. I mean, this is a living for me. This isn't just a hobby. So that's the reason I have so much. This is an actual business. So always has been. Even when I just wanted it to be a hobby, I had it all from the businesses. So anyway, I thought maybe I needed to make that clear because I've heard a lot of comments about, oh, you guys have so much stuff. Yep, many of us do this for a living and we get paid one way or another. So I don't get paid by YouTube, but I do get paid when I sell my work. So, and when things in the shop sell. So, all right, you guys, there we have two beautiful ones. I'm not sure what's going to go in here, so we'll see what's up next with that, right? And you got a chance to see me make those, start to decorate them, get an idea of the things I have to use. And I'm going to have a good time getting stuff out and playing with it. So I hope you'll come back and see what I did with these. And I will, if I get them all decorated, I'll show them. And then the next time after that, you'll see them all loaded up, ready to be sold. And you'll have an option to purchase them. So, all right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend. I hope you crafted with me. You got out some bags. You can use any kind of bag you want. You can use grocery store bags, whatever you want to do. Grab your papers. Scrapbook paper is fabulous for this. So if you do not have digitals, get out your scrapbook paper. Get out your wrapping paper. Get out your old cards, Christmas cards. Anything would be a great way. You can use a regular lunch bag and fold it up and make yourself a pretty little sack. So get out some stuff and play with me. Have a good weekend at craft. Okay, you guys, I love you all. I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.